Today I want to appeal to you all for calm and respect for one another as the country heads towards final phases of the electoral process, the voting and counting processes for the 2017 national election. As your electoral commissioner, I wish to urge you all, especially political parties, candidates, supporters and voters, to respect one another at home, work and even interact on social media. We have invited international monitors and observers to visit during the months of June and July to see whether we have planned well for the election and also see if we follow the rule of law and the election laws on conducting the 2017 national election. Election monitors and observers are invited from the Commonwealth Secretariat, the European Union, governments of Australia and New Zealand, resident heads and staff of foreign missions from Australia, Great Britain, United States of America, France, Japan, Pacific Islands Forum Secretariat, Melanesia Spearhead Group Secretariat, Australian National University, and other election management bodies from other parts of the world. Our very own civil society watchdog, Transparency International PNG Incorporated, again will deploy 400 election monitors, the largest number of monitors nationwide. Over 800 election monitors are expected to be deployed nationwide to observe and make independent reports to their respective organization heads of government and our government for the credibility of our election process. The Electoral Commission has reactivated Election Advisory Committee, which is established by law. His Excellency the Governor General recently appointed the three-member committee on my advice. The three prominent citizens appointed to the committee include Ombudsman Richard Pagan, Professor John Luluaki from the School of Law and the University of Papua New Guinea, and Richard Cashman, a board member of Transparency International PNG Incorporated. The role of the Election Advisory Committee is to receive and assess reports and make recommendations independently to me as Electoral Commissioner to consider whether it is believed that there were strong grounds to show massive election fraud or disruptions. I will then advise His Excellency, the Governor General, accordingly to fail or withdraw election writs for an electorate or electorates. Fellow Papua New Guineans, elections come every 5 years and go, but once they are over, each and every one of us will still remain and belong to this same country, same church, same extended families, same neighbors, and same school, college, and university. We are one big family in one country, Papua New Guinea, and we should not resort to insults or violence during voting and counting periods in the coming weeks. It does not matter if we do not always agree on certain matters of national interest. In fact, this is important and healthy for the democracy in PNG. The system of government we adopted on our political independence allows freedom to persons or individuals to publicly but positively criticize a person, the government or alternative government by making comments on matters of public importance, such as health, education, infrastructure, such as road, bridges, and many other issues. You may disagree on certain viewpoints of your opponents, but having a different viewpoint should not lead to violence or disruption to the voting and counting process. Fellow Papua New Guineans, emotional reactions to your political opponents by supporters must not be encouraged. But as a responsible leader, you must always urge restraint and discourage such bad acts of violence. As your electoral commissioner, I strongly urge each and every one of you, the leaders of political parties, tribes and clans, to make this election far less disruptive or violent than previous national elections. Let's have a good and peaceful 2017 national election to demonstrate to our regional neighbors and the international community that Papua New Guinea is truly a democratic and as a vibrant democracy.